everyone, Allegra Miller here to share with you the Astro-Alchemy for April 17th, 18th, and 19th, 2021. I will be speaking about the astrological aspects and the essential oils that will help make the most of these energies. For simplicity's sake, I have divided the oils I'll be speaking about relative to the astrology into two different categories. The basic category, for those of you that may be just getting started, you're likely to have at least one of the following: doterra wild orange, frankincense, and adaptive. And in the specialty category, for those of you that have more in your healing arsenal of support, my top three picks in this category are doterra patchouli, whisper, and motivate. Do keep in mind that there is a huge difference with the brand doterra in terms of the chemistry and the caliber. I have been using, teaching about, and selling doterra for over 7 years, and that came after a lifelong experience with the best of the best essential oils, and then intense training in essential oils. doterra is just simply next level. If you don't yet have doterra, reach out. I would love to support you in getting started. If you already have doterra and would also like support, also reach out. Not only do I sell doterra, I also offer naturopathic consultations, bodywork attunement sessions, and life coaching sessions, which help to take things to the next level by not only incorporating essential oils into your regimen, but the right supplements, etc. All right, so thanks so much for tuning in. I know it's been this last week, I haven't been as consistent as I have for these last few months, kind of ever since Easter. I'm just trying to find a way that I am finding the most aligned way for me to do this. And in doing this, like I am today, 3 days, that's feeling really aligned because I'm doing it in sync with the moon. So let's talk about the 17th. Oh my gosh, there's so much happening on April 17th. So right away, early in the morning at 3:25 a.m. Eastern Standard, the Mars in Gemini trines Jupiter in Aquarius. This is a super auspicious transit. Anything started and initiated in this energy is much more likely to be successful. Brings a magnetism energy to the equation, and overall just success is kind of in this vibe. So that's happy. Let's see, 7:03 a.m. Moon in Gemini sextiles Mercury in Aries. This is a very good socializing aspect. Makes us very present to what we are feeling, also the feelings of others. We'll notice ourselves being very tuned in, like on a telepathic level with both of these air energies. Things move very quickly. Thought moves very quickly in this energy. So almost, it like that capacity to really telepathically communicate is stronger. With all that in mind, let's just go with oils as I share the astrology. Motivate will be good for that first aspect to help to keep things going. We've got a lot of energy in Aries right now. We've got a lot of focus has been on taking initiative and getting the ball rolling as far as our intentions go. Motivate will help keep that ball rolling. How do we use Motivate? We use it topically. So I love it to put it on my wrists, on the back of the neck, some on my earlobes. If I'm not going to be in direct sunlight, Motivate does have some citrus oils in it. So do be mindful that it can create photosensitivity. Bottom of the feet is a great place. Adaptive for the sextile Mercury. And we've got a lot of energy, a lot of stuff going on with Mercury these next few days. I chose adaptive. My first thought was that it has both spearmint and lavender, which are very helpful at communication, in aligning communication to be in our highest, aligning communication to be from our truest self. So to be speaking from the heart, etc. This helps us be focused and adapt quickly. So with all this air energy, adaptive will be very helpful. At 7:57, the moon in Gemini trines Jupiter in Aquarius. This is a super good social energy, overall happy energy. Wild orange would be a good oil with this energy to put in the diffusers. It's just a mood elevator. It keeps you in abundance consciousness. I often call it sunshine in a bottle. I like taking wild orange internally. It's a great way to start the day. If you are going to be in sunlight, then make sure you're only putting this like on the bottom of your feet, and just being mindful that you don't use it topically and go out in the sun. All right, let's move forward here. Let's see, at 8:08, the moon in Gemini is conjunct Mars in Gemini. This can make us feel super confident, makes us have the capacity to take action quickly. Yeah, and in general, this is really good. The new moon just happened not long ago, so this is we're pushing through that energy that might have previously been unstuck, perhaps for months, because of a lot of the planetary shifting that occurred since mid-March. Things are moving quickly, so this is in alignment with that. At 11:01 a.m., the sun in Aries is sextile moon in Gemini. This is a very good harmonizer of relationships. Can put a lot of focus on taking care of ourselves, making sure we're doing all the self-care things that are most aligned for ourselves. At 12:35 p.m., Mercury in Aries is sextile Jupiter in Aquarius. This energy will last about a day, so certainly is not just confined to that 12:35 moment in time, but this will cause us to think more about planning our future, expand our horizons, but beyond just the immediate of what we're doing, but this bigger picture. What are we doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 1 month from now, 1 year from now? Overall, it's a magnetic energy. It'll make us socially dynamic, very adept at adapting to people, places, things. It's actually a great time to go on a vacation or to take the initiative to plan a vacation. And maybe it's just a little day drive that you have a change of scenery, but overall, that's an auspicious energy for that. At 3:16 p.m. Eastern Standard, the Mercury in Aries sextiles Mars in Gemini. So to recap, I know I keep talking about Mercury, but Mercury is the ruler of communications, the messenger of the gods. It rules things that fall apart and things that get put back together. Mercury speaking in harmony with Mars, and having both of these signs, with Mercury being in Aries and Mars being in Gemini, is going to make things very quick, very airy, very heady. This will very much activate the mind and have us even a stronger drive to take action and get things done, and give us this confidence and this magnetism to achieve and to see concrete results. So at 3:24, the moon moves from Gemini to Cancer, and Cancer overall in these next few days, we'll notice ourselves more intuitive, more domestically oriented, more nurturing, more compassionate, more sensitive, and homebody-ish. At 5:02 p.m., Mercury again. I told you Mercury is like a main character here in these days. So get that adaptive going all as you go. Mercury in Aries is square Pluto in Capricorn. So this is going to create some tension. It can create intense thinking, Beware in getting caught in like obsessive kind of thinking, because that's like where my head goes with this. With Mercury in Aries and Pluto and Pluto is the ruler of vision. Yeah, just be careful of getting caught up in extremes. Like, just catch yourself. Like, okay, you're being too attached to something, or getting like OCD-ish, or whatever the case may be. 11:48, the Cancer moon is sextile Venus in Taurus. I talked about Venus in Taurus in the last video, and how that will soften up some of this intensely Aries energy, and how Venus in Taurus is an optimal placement. Well, the moon in Cancer, speaking in harmony with Venus in Taurus, is ideal for romance, for communion with those we love. It is just a really nice harmonizing energy. On April 18th at 11:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Cancer is speaking in harmony in a sextile to Uranus in Taurus. And this can make us more open to change. This can, you might notice yourself being more likely to switch up domestic routines, whether it's rearranging your furniture, or I mean, it can be simple things, but you'll notice yourself seeing things from a different perspective and doing things from a different perspective. If you're going to the grocery store, it's Sunday afternoon, you might notice yourself taking a different route, taking a more scenic route or something. At 9:50 p.m., the Sun in Aries is conjunct Mercury in Aries. This is going to be more conducive to quick thinking, adaptability. We'll put focus on travel and communication. This is a great time for brainstorming and coming up with new ideas. Good time for moving and shaking, purchasing, selling, networking. That's the energy there. On Monday, April 19th at 6:27 a.m. Eastern Standard, Mercury moves into Taurus. This is a fundamentally different energy, and Taurus will make the mind move much slower. But yet we will feel very grounded in our thinking. So, and it can make us very deliberate. So we can get mentally attached to something and have the groundedness to follow that thought through to fruition. On the shadow, it can make us more stubborn in our thinking, so be mindful of that. Patchouli is an oil that was good for all these days, but I want to mention it here. Patchouli is very grounding. It helps to pull us into our body. I love patchouli topically, certainly. I love to take it internally, because the instant I put it internally, it's like I can feel the feeling of being in the woods. I know that's, yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. Put some on your thumb, and then in the roof of your mouth. It's very grounding. You can put some in your water. Just make sure that if you are putting any of the oils in your water, you're putting them in glass, not plastic. Patchouli is just very centering, grounding. It helps us be attached to our body, and I mean, attached like as less likely to be dreamy and airy-fairy, and more like oriented to be both deep and mystical and perceptive, and also present in the physicality of our human experience. Anyway, I'm mentioning that because I mentioned the grounded thinking of Mercury going into Taurus. And anytime any of the personal planets are shifting signs, this is going to make us more, this is going to affect us more. So this is definitely going to affect our day-to-day. It's 10:52, the Cancer moon trines Neptune in Pisces. This increases sensitivity and intuition, can make us more dreamy, hence patchouli will be a good one to pull us into present moment awareness that's yet very that's very rooted in form. This can increase our level of compassion and empathy. At 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 19th, the sun then moves into Taurus. So now by then, Venus, Mercury, and the sun will all be in Taurus. So definitely energetically shifting out of so much of that Aries energy. The sun being in Taurus will increase our determination, will amplify our need and attention on security. It will create emphasis on creature comforts. We can notice resisting themes, defending themes, kind of power struggle themes, like Taurus can be very stubborn. So just take note of that. At 7:58, the moon in Cancer opposes Pluto in Capricorn, and this is associated with revealing secrets, hidden motivations. It can make us more emotional, certainly kind of associated with power struggle issues. So of the oils that I didn't mention that I would be using all 3 days, and certainly not just limited to this last day, frankincense is one that is huge for aligning the system and clearing the system. I like taking it internally, in which case you can put some on your thumb, rub that to the roof of your mouth. That's one way. You can put it in your water, bottom of the feet. I add it to my skincare program on a regular. Actually, both patchouli and frankincense are exceptional for skincare. I like putting them in doterra's hydrating cream. Anyway, both the frankincense and the patchouli will be grounding, nurturing. Frankincense is a powerful clearer of discordant energies. It helps to, when we find ourselves, plodding along or moving along with life, and we get snagged in some kind of old circuitry of ego stuff, and it can be kind of humbling, like you're very present to shades of the human experience that pop up. Frankincense can be that instant helper in getting us back in alignment with ourself with a big S. It just clearing lower frequency vibrations, lower frequency thoughts, words, actions. It specifically is helpful at healing relationships with the masculine, so relationships with fathers, brothers, lovers, the masculine side of regardless of sexuality, but I just find that noteworthy if you're dealing with any issues in that department. Frankincense is nurturing there. Whisper I chose, we're under the influence of a Cancer moon, so Whisper is going to be very helpful in letting us express our nurturing self, I'm going to just take a glance at all the oils. So this has patchouli in it. If you don't have patchouli, then you have Whisper. Bergamot, which is all about self-love. Sandalwood, which is really good at curbing any impulsive senses, and just harmonizing us in general to be in alignment with our God, Goddess self, our self with a big S. And this has cinnamon, which is good at balancing our sexual energies. Vetiver, which is very good at rooting us in our physicality and yet holding the frequency that is beyond physicality, so merging the two. And then Lang Lang, which is the oil of inner child, which just is really soft and light and keeps things happy. And anyway, that's an overall super nice and nurturing oil. I guess I've talked about all. So let me recap on the oil front. Motivate is going to be topical aromatic only. Adaptive, topical aromatic only. Whisper Topical Aromatic Only. And then I can say it in a more succinct way for these guys. Frankincense, patchouli, and wild orange are all oils. Again, doTERRA brand only, that you can take internally, and I do encourage you to take the oils internally because it's a next level impact. I mean, it's literally affecting you differently when you take the oils internally. So, yeah, and of all the oils I mentioned, the oils to be mindful of, photosensitivity, let's see here, are going to be adaptive, motivate, and wild orange. So thank you so much for tuning in. I immensely appreciate those of you that have sent donations my way. It really means a lot and has helped keep me going in this. I got one over the weekend, and I just really appreciate it. So if you are so called to send some donations my way, it means a lot. It takes a significant time and energy to like prepare these videos and do them, and so in keeping me going to continue to do that, it's helped. So thank you. Thanks for the continued support, and thanks for subscribing and liking and sharing and all of that. Enjoy these energies and have a wonderful 3 days. I'll talk to you in the video for Tuesday.